Ladies and germs, time has come. Nathan Young Designs B-Car Series. It's the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway for the Three Wide Racing League's rendition of Bristol, baby. OCR TV coming to you live Sunday night, 10 o'clock, every Sunday. Make sure you join us at that time on this day. Tonight, you're going to be hearing the sounds of Thomas Morse, Trey Landry, Matt Kingston, the best of the best, the greatest of the great. Gentlemen, take it away.
Great stuff is great. Oh boy, we're no DW.
We'll see.
We're better. Hey-o.
Boogity boogity.
Oh boy, how many times did we hear that today? All right. No, let's not go there. Like Wendell said, we're here at Bristol, boys. Finally got rid of those pesky road courses. Now back to a little bull ring here.
Yeah, it's a big change coming from Watkins Glen, Sonoma, Road America, coming to this little fast track.
Yeah, big change, all right. Guess who's top of the board in qualifying right now?
Peter Short, Fighter Jet Center Cereal Bowl. It doesn't matter. I could beat you.
He's setting them on notice. Like, hey, I'm good here. I'm good there. I'm good everywhere.
Yeah, that's a big pickup from practice from him. He practiced 12th with the 14.89. He's currently sitting on the pole with a 14.679. So big pickup for Peter.
Yeah, solid run for Jess Story, too. I know he's looking to turn the season around with the early internet issues and not a fan of the road courses last week.
Well, one place to turn it around would be here at Bristol, because this is going to be a tough race, 200 laps tonight. So.
Yeah, you just don't want to get turned around, Matt.
No, that would be a very bad time for you if you get turned around, especially early on in the going.
Well, I would rather have it early than at the end, so maybe I can make it up.
I tell you what, you guys talked about it during the pre-race meeting, broadcast meeting. You know, we got 26 drivers out here tonight. There's going to be guys pitting on the back stretch. No warm-up session. So that could throw some monkey wrenches into these guys' plans.
Yeah, I know I want to qualify. I'm not sure where that cutoff is. I think it's around 22, 23, so just 20th or better, and you're pretty safe to pit on the front stretch like everybody else. We call it the normal people.
Yeah, I do believe it's 22nd.
Yeah, so that always makes it interesting here because you don't have to do the whole under caution thing. You kind of come in, I guess you do. They come in off of 4 right here instead of 2. So under green is where you're going to have some issues and remembering where to go and speeding through the corners and all that fun stuff.
I know from racing here, it can get kind of confusing unless you see the flag stand on what corner you're coming through.
Yeah, it's so just repetitive every lap. Same looking corners, black walls, speeds that are just outrageous for a short track. So you kind of forget if you're in 2 or 4 until you see the checkered flag or flag stand in general.
Eric Mickey qualifying P3 as of now. There's still a handful of drivers that have yet to take times, but
yeah, not known for loving Bristol. I can recall seeing him in some past races, kind of find some trouble here. So I'm sure he's looking to turn that around tonight, especially with his brother not being here. He's the only Mickey in the field.
And as you said, Thomas, we have somebody that I know you guys will know. The 86 is being piloted by Thomas Fredericks tonight. Making his first ever
sounds familiar.
First ever 3-wide racing league Nathan Young Designs B-Car Series start.
Yeah, he's currently getting us coffee after that subpar qualifying run. Puts him P7 in the grid.
He did pick up, but clearly not enough.
Did you see his hair?
Didn't move an inch from what I saw.
No, not at all.
We can tell you coming into this race, haven't mentioned the points a whole lot this season, but we can tell you Kevin Finn holds a small 6-point margin over Eric Mickey, so that'll be your battle to watch for the points. The point leader. As far as Carlos, also only 8 points off the lead, so those top 3, a little bit of a cushion. Wade Leader 22 back, Tanner Sharp 28 back, so that's your top 5. So definitely Trey, you see things shake up here, we could walk away with a new points leader.
Oh, absolutely. This is people call Talladega a wild card. This is definitely a wild card.
Tell you, he's got some making up to do though. Peter's short. What's that? 17th in points. Got a long way to get to that top 5, but the way he's been running and continuing tonight, he's gonna get there if he keeps that up.
Yeah, he had a very bad speed weeks, but he's starting to make up for it. Matt, he won Sonoma and is currently sitting on the pole, so maybe he's turning things around.
For sure, I think he's won 3 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. And on top of that, Eisentech Enterprises has also finished 1, 2, 3 in the last 3 or 4 races as well.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's looking to continue that ride of momentum there. Well,
Yeah,
he won the last B race at Road America, so.
Absolutely, and one thing that kind of surprised me is Cameron Rich in that 777, fastest in practice, didn't take a qual lap, so he's going to be starting back there in the back, guys.
I don't believe he's running. I think he's admitting, but he runs laps to kind of get a feel for the car, maybe in practice.
Well, join as a spectator, Cameron. That's what our favorite Canadian does.
Sometimes when he remembers. Well, we could say Fredericks did that tonight. He should have joined as a spectator, looking at how that car has been running in practice.
He'll be a spectator before too long, Thomas. Don't worry.
Oh God! Drag him to the booth.
I just hope our favorite producer's got a number 86 pit cam set up for you, because I'm sure there's going to be hilarity to be seen with that.
Now, Thomas and Trey, I know we've seen barrel rolls happen here in Bristol before. Do we see that tonight?
Chuck Sweeting is not in the field, so maybe not.
Another thing to mention for this race, it's the 11 laps down, I believe, or 8 laps down, or 6 rather. It's one of the two. If you're 6 laps down, I believe you get parked for the remainder of the event.
Pretty sure it's 11 here, right? Because it's under a mile.
Okay, that's right.
Or is
it is 11.
Because if it's 6, that would be pretty harsh here, because you could lose that just 2 minutes of damage.
That's true. It is 11.
Good rule, though, because we could see that. I think this is going to be the race we really see that come into play, because you can get a lot of damage here in a hurry and not be able to fix it. It's even with a pace lap, you're looking at, I think, a 40-second lap under pacing, so.
Just coming down pit road takes a lot of your time away, too, to get the car fixed.
Yeah, and like you said, remembering what pit lane to come down can really hurt you, too. If you're the kind of guy like Jeff Gordon who can't remember what pit lane to come down. I believe, yes, we do. We're back to 75% fuel, so that'll help the fuel numbers a little bit. You can go much longer than you ever want to go here on fuel, but could come into play. You never know with staying out, and we know how track position is here, Trey. We haven't really mentioned it. The high groove is the Bristol groove around here, so middle to high, I'd say.
Yeah, that's true. But you look at those track temps. They're, it's fairly chilly. So, we saw it in some other races that we did that some drivers were able to make that high line works. So, maybe with these track temperatures, some of our more aggressive drivers will try to make it work.
It should be interesting to watch Trey here, and as you said, the track temps are low, which is very good.
Interesting. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube and you never watched this before, we are very interactive with our chat. We're not like anything else you've seen during broadcasts. So if you chat with us, we will chat with you. So feel free to submit your observations, any questions, any comments, and we will address with what you got.
getting ready to grid here shortly, another 5 minutes. So, what do you think the keys to the race are going to be tonight, Trey? Need tires? Need to beat Peter Short?
Yeah, I honestly, I think it's going to be tires. I think it's going to be, I don't want to say it, but maybe wreck avoidance, being able to stay out of the way. And, just it's a 200 lap race. Just, race the track.
Race the track. It's like I've heard that before, Trey. Maybe last week, and the week before, and then the week before. I was noticing, I don't know if you're listening to the drivers' meeting there, Trey. There was a little discussion on what side you should pit on.
I was not listening. Please inform us.
I was not listening either. I was informed that they told their drivers that can come down either side. If you're supposed to be on the back, you come down on the back. If you're on the front, you come down the front.
Oh.
So I'm unaware of the iRacing rule here, so I'm not sure how that works. I know the game kind of keeps track of all that for you. So, like I said, you kind of qualify 20th or better, and then hope you don't have to worry about it.
And Chad Brown does confirm here that it is 11 laps down before you are parked.
Oh, nice.
So thank you, Chad. I needed that.
Still, that's very quick here at Bristol.
It is for sure.
Yeah, considering these guys are going to be, race pace, 15-second laps. So it won't take you long to go 11 laps down if you find yourself in trouble.
It won't take you long to see your race ended if you get in trouble. We know we've seen some pretty nasty wrecks here in real life and in league racing here at Bristol. A little loose out of 2 or 4 and go to overcorrect it, bounce off the inside wall and slide back up, and game over for anyone kind of trying to miss that.
And we have a lot of cars here tonight, so that could mean it's going to be quite a lot of calamity.
With patience is the word, Matt. Patience.
Let's hope a lot of them have that.
Or really, really good car control. One of the two. I'll take either one. Because you're never going to get both, right? No, I'm joking. We've been road racing. I know guys are ready to get back to the oval. Maybe they'll kind of have calmed down from their misadventures at Martinsville earlier in the year and take notes as to how not to wreck each other.
There's that space cam that our producers got. I love that shot. You're looking at this, as a driver, I always thought turn 1 and 2 is the same as turn 3 and 4. But if you look at the space cam there, you could see it's not exactly the same.
It's a little different. You don't really notice in the car, though. I've never noticed that in the car, that there's much difference. Other than how you race 3 compared to 1 getting in, but I think it's more to do with the bumps going into 3, Trey, than it is more than anything.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. There are some bumps there that will definitely upset the car and make you pay attention, if you will.
Especially, I got to think with this B car because it's so suspension sensitive, I guess would be the correct word. It's not like the Cup car. You don't get to run big springs or really anything like the Cup car gets to run. So you're kind of bound down on those hard spring packages and bounce off the splitter and little less downforce on the back. So I'm sure, it's not the best of setups around here to have to wheel around for 200 laps, but everyone's got the same one tonight, so you're going to have to make do. Actually, I didn't even look at the Bristol set they're running tonight. I don't know how conservative they went with it. I'm sure it's pretty standard fixed setup for Bristol.
So we got a question in the chat. Jacob Speedy wants to know if is Talladega next weekend. No, Jacob. Actually, the B cars in the Nathan Young Design Series will be running Iowa. Our next B race will be from Iowa Motor Speedway on Sunday, May the 21st.
Love that place.
Yeah, it's a fun track. And Thomas, talking about bumps, that place is full of them.
That'll knock your feelings out. And the ones that in your heart and in your teeth.
Well, we're gridding, boys.
Yeehaw. All right, well, let's grid them up then. Starting on the pole, once again, seems like we're just going to have to name this the Peter Short Pole Award. Peter Short going to roll off P1 alongside him, Jet Story, with I believe his best qualifying run of the year.
Starting up behind them, we have the 6 of Eric Mickey. Outside him, the 14 of Kevin Finn.
Starting 5th in that number 38 car, Cody Wright. And starting 6th to that number 3, he was second quick in practice. He's only rolling off P6 tonight. That's Tanner Sharp.
We're rolling off P7. We have the 86 of Thomas Fredericks for Bombshell Motorsports. And rolling off P8 tonight, we have Matt Hackathorn.
Lining up P9 and 10, we have the 48 of Nathan Velez and the 77 of Drew Eisenman.
That number 99 car of Nick Miller will be rolling off 11th. The 63 of Mike Stevens will be rolling off P12.
We're rolling off P13. We have the number 8 of Richard Lafferty, the Martinsville winner, and Johnny Thomas going to roll off P14 tonight.
Starting P15, we have the 18 of Paul Ross, and 16, we have the 90 of Corey Lindsay.
And starting P17, driver of that number 2 machine, Carlos Acosta. On his outside, that number 32 of Jeffrey A. Cree.
And rolling off P19, Chad Brown, and the number 64 for Pilot Performance Group, and alongside him, the 46 of Kyle Hanshaw, looking to not get flipped over on the grid like he did last week at Road America.
That'd definitely be helpful. Starting P21, the 39 of David Wilson. He's the last car to take a time, and starting outside of him, we have Rusty Webb, I believe.
And
Sorry, no, it's not.
Yeah, last 3 cars of the field, Richard Hines, Nathan Young, and Taylor Wood.
Doesn't take much to get me confused, folks.
Well, he'll technically kind of be around that area.
He's there, just not where I said he was.
Well, it's you get 2 pace laps here because it's so tiny, so we're going to get all in the field gridded up here and see where we end up. With the old Ford Mustang.
Yeah. So, Trey, we want 4 tires every stop, right?
Yes.
Do we? I think in the back, I don't know. I think this would be a strategy call. Rights one time, maybe?
You said track position is important, and it is, because that top line's really the only one that rolls really well around here. So maybe 2 to get yourself mired out of traffic might be a good call, but I think I'd still go with 4.
Yeah, we'll have to kind of see how this run goes, see if we can get a long run in, see how the car tire wear is and the lap times. It's more the feel, I think, than the lap time, as you know, Matt. If you can still drive the car comfortably and feel like you can get around 2 tires, you should be all right. All right, pace car is off. I'm in the hands of Peter Short here. And green, green, green.
Big jump by Peter Short.
Read that one perfect. Now we said the Highline is the preferred group, and you can see right there, Jet Story just shot right back around Eric Mickey. He thought he may have had a run on the bottom, but you kind of get freight train down there.
Sounds like we have a spin in the back here. Carlos Acosta loose off the corner. He's fine and rolling back straight.
Yeah, gotta let the air pressures come up a little bit here, otherwise you'll find yourself spinning pretty quickly. For the most part, we've got a few battles happening, but everyone's just trying to, I think, get settled in here. Like Kevin Finn looking underneath Tanner Sharp there.
Well, this is kind of the time in the run. If you're going to make that low line work, you make it work now when you got fresh tires.
Without a doubt, Trey, you know how it is on restarts or the start here. This is the fresh tires. You got to make the move now and do the old slide job if you can.
Kevin's kind of stuck on the bottom there in that low line in that Army car. He's losing positions, but you know, I don't know if I should really say that. He's doing a pretty good job of holding his own.
Problem's gonna be those tires are gonna get very unhappy with him here in a few laps. You're gonna really have to keep pinching the car down to keep it underneath as he's sideways on the bottom.
Great save. If that's gonna kill him, he's gonna lose a lot of spots.
A lot of points going out the window there. And still can't get to the high side.
Oh, Frederick's around.
Ooh,
Saves
hard
it,
wreck in the
yellow.
back though. Caused a hard on the sidewall. Not sure what that was about as well, Matt. Saw the 86 going around. That was an independent spin back there.
Oh, looks like there was another car.
Oh, looks
That,
like he got hip checked by Rusty Webb.
Chad Brown went around there, and,
And
it
Chad
looks like
that was a gaggle.
ooh, there's a little bit of netco. Ooh, that's a hard lick for Carlos Costa.
I don't even know who the caution would technically be for. I'm not sure that all three kind of happened together there.
I did hear Carlos say the caution was already out, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think his was later, but I know Chad Brown spun pretty quick with that as well. Drama early, boys. But the 86 actually came out the best of all that. If I saw the replay correctly, he didn't hit much.
Now here's a real big thing. Only 9 laps in, yes, but tires will probably be of very importance here, and they see if they can make their way up through the field.
Yeah, if you're in the back, you're gonna pit. Clearly up front, you're gonna stay out. Kind of ride the momentum.
Like 18th on back might have pitted. We got Drew Eisman, Tanner Sharp, Thomas Fredericks, Rusty Webb, Paul Ross, Richard Hines, all on pit road. Of course, Carlos is on pit road as well, but a lot of damage there.
Yeah, 3rd in points. That's not how he wanted to start the night. I know he's very proud of his 10th place effort last week, Trey, at Road America. Didn't have a scratch on the car and come to Bristol and can't even get 10 laps in. Well, I believe he had a little net code there, and like you said, Matt, with was Rusty Webb.
Yeah.
So not how you wanted to start tonight.
No, especially where you're on the clock, as it were, with the 11 laps. However, I believe you should be able to get that fixed up and out there at least running before he goes 11 down.
I think the problem with that too is not to lose those laps, but then get enough damage fixed to where the car doesn't blow up.
Yeah,
that was a hard hit on the nose, and we know how the iRacing damage model likes to punish you with a blown motor after you get most, but not all of your damage fixed.
So, guys, we got a new hashtag.
Oh boy!
It's put Andrew back in the 86. It's from our friend and longtime viewer Corey Bunch.
Well, that's true. I think they're on the same pace for spins so far in races that they've been in. So he's got to hit a few more people, and he'll be even with Andrew.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're racking them back up, boys. Gonna try this again. It was looking promising there. They were kind of orderly and in line and trying to figure it out. Now we're gonna rack them up and say, hey, let's try and pass again. Oh, and we're gonna do a restart on slightly used tires here. So.
Oh boy!
Might be interesting to see up here.
Not sure why there's a big gap between the 7 and the 48, but I guess we'll figure that out because pace car's off. And going again.
Big shot.
Oh
there.
man, Jess Story was sleeping up there on the restart.
Looks like that 38 of Cody Wright blinked out. It's supposed to be in that spot, so definitely some major internet issues for him.
Hopefully it doesn't appear right back in the middle of the pack like we've seen it happen before.
Judging by his connection, he is out of the park. But that's a big run for Eric Mickey there. We saw him get around Jess Story. He was up to the back bumper of Peter Shore.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Jess. Maybe he missed it, but he definitely missed that restart. That let Eric Mickey get on his, get past him. He's got cars stacked up behind him.
Yeah, 7 looks like he's struggling just a little bit, like you said, Trey. I don't know if he maybe tried to start in 3rd gear on that start and kind of caught him off guard or what, but he hadn't found his rhythm yet.
We just had a hornet's nest clear out there with the 18 and the 86 and a couple other cars that are now back to single file, but they were almost 3 wide there at one point through turn 2.
Hornets next time. Yeah, lose the guys back here who took tires, like Trey said. They're going to try and maybe take advantage of that and work their way through the field here. I believe Tanner Sharp just passed 2 cars in one corner there. That was pretty impressive.
He might be flat flying, as some people say, Trey.
Yeah, without a doubt.
He's doing the do.
Drew Reisman trying to fight back there in the low side with the 39 of David Wilson, I believe.
I believe so. It's one of the, we didn't mention it last week, it was a Pilot Performance Group car. We're kind of wondering who that was running in the top 5 at Road America, and found out it was one of Chad Brown's cars, so let's see if he can back that up again here today.
Fredericks gets a nice run there in the bottom and passes 2 cars that corner. Got by Jeffrey Acree. You can put him up into the 14th position now.
Trying to rally back from that little slide he had there. I wouldn't even call it a full spin. He kind of slid through the corner there.
He was just checking the grip level.
Yeah, it was lower than he thought. Got Tanner Sharp trying to get around Johnny Thomas. Not going to work. Going to have to fall back in behind him.
Looking up at the front here, Eric Mickey is keeping the leader in his sights. They're running almost identical lap times there.
Yeah, and it looks like Jess Story kind of found his pace there, Trey, reeling them all back in, bringing Matt Hackathorn, and it looks like Nathan Velez along with him.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what happened to him with the start, but like you said, Thomas, he's definitely found his groove. I see a car smoking down pit road.
Oh, we got
Couple
a 4. Mike Stevens around. Or 2, sorry. Mike Stevens around, and then I believe that was Rusty Webb on the apron.
I was going to say, Rusty Webb, and looking back here, they got into a little kerfluffle on I believe, the front stretch here. And they got Rusty Webb shot to the inside. It's heavy damage for both of those cars.
Looks like the 63 just went around all by himself. Yeah, he did. Just lost it in the corner.
That's what actually brought the caution out, I believe, because I think Rusty Webb got everything under control.
Yeah, I believe it was. It was for him. And was that Nathan Young involved also? And the wreck with not Mike Stevens, but Rusty Webb. That thing was smoking pretty good, and we got them all headed down pit lane. Most, I'm sure.
Now, I'm hoping that if you pitted that last stop that you would stay out, but I guess we'll see.
Eric Mickey and
Tanner
Sharp.
Eric's yet to pit.
Yeah, Eric Mickey stayed out.
He said, you know, who needs tires, Trey? It's fine. Track position's better than any kind of tires. Unfortunately, he didn't see what those guys were doing in the back of the pack, carving through some of the cars, so...
Yeah. Carlton Costa, the first car on the track that is a lap down. He's down 3 laps. But I believe Chad Brown might have... I have no idea about that. It was close, I know.
Chad's 4 down now, so
okay.
I believe.
The lucky dog will go to the 2.
Bad break, even if Cody Wright gets his internet fixed. 12 laps down, 13 now, so done for the night already. Shows how quick it is there, boys. Yeah, that was, it seems like we keep getting multi-wrecks happening at once. We can't seem, it's just like not one little wreck, there's microcosms of wrecks everywhere.
That was a big word, Thomas.
Yeah, I know. I think our producer's probably like, wow, he must have Googled that one.
So just to reset you here for this coming restart, we have the new leader of Eric Mickey. First time he's been out front tonight. Tanner Sharp in the 3 in second. 33 of Peter Short. Starting third, he was the pole sitter. The 12 of Matt Hackathorn, he stays the same at 4th, I believe. And the 7 Jess Story, starting P5 in this restart.
So what you're saying is it's going to be interesting.
Things are shook up a little bit. Not as shook up as Elvis. So.
Shaken, not stirred?
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the test for Peter to see if he can maybe steal the lead back real quick with an aggressive move on the bottom and then set his pace back up on the high line again.
Well, these guys are definitely going to be hard to pass in the high line because that's the preferred groove, but I think the newer tires might aid Peter in being able to get around them. What do you guys think?
Couldn't hurt. I mean, you saw qualifying. Okay, yeah, he hit, I believe, what, a 7 to Eric's 8? Maybe 9? Or 6 to his 7. So it's a 10th. It's not a whole lot when you can't really just turn under the guy and pass him. You're going to have to work up for that. So, I don't know. We'll see. I do know you can't count out that guy in the number 8 machine back there, because he did win our last short track race at Martinsville, so keep an eye on Richard Lafferty. Pace car down here, and Eric Mickey's gone.
Good jump for Eric there, and that's what he needed to get a little bit out in front to be able to get to that high line.
Jump for Peter, too.
Yeah, that don't look now, but Tanner Sharp had a great restart. Big run off the corner there as he closes up on Eric Mickey for the lead.
Quick in practice, like you said, Trey, kind of bobbing a little bit in qualifying, but I'm trying to make up for that now. Ooh, as the 33 gets a big run there.
Yeah, he's
At
actually
the
going to,
center.
you know, you asked Matt, those fresher tires, there you go, low line pass.
That's crazy.
With
He
ease.
cut the corner some nicely there.
See if he can do it to our leader, too. It's like Matt Hackathorn trying to get around. Just Story kind of stuck behind these guys. Just looking for a way by.
Peter Short's there. He's knocking on the door.
You're right, you can just see those tires. You kind of can cut down the middle of the track and get a little bit of speed. It's just so hard. You need all that track off the corner to make the pass. But got a good run in a 2 there, though.
Set up Eric for a nice clean pass here as he drives around in.
Eric didn't let him go. Yeah, it's going to be side by side.
Should have him cleared here, I think. Yes. Peter
New
Short is
leader.
your leader.
It looks like the 12 of Matt Hackathorn is trying to work on Tanner Sharp for third, but he's got Jess Story in fourth, looking at his big bobble. Allows Matt Hackathorn to make that pass.
I think he kind of, the 7, thought the 3 was going to be a little bit slower there, checked up, and almost got himself turned around there. Good heads up driving by all those guys behind Jess Story, but it's Richard Lafferty and Velez back there.
Ooh, might be. That was some close there with Lafferty and Jess Story. It was.
He knows the limits of his car, apparently. Well, you probably know as well as I do, Matt, when you hop from car to car, you kind of forget the different nose lengths of some of these cars, and you sometimes kind of drive it in and nose them a little bit too much.
Yeah. That's why I try not to change cars too much, so I don't get confused and start ramming people by accident. Good run from
big
Lafferty
bobble
there.
again there. Nowhere to go, though. 7 kind of bobbled in the 3. Stacking them up behind him like we saw earlier, Trey. He kind of just holds them all up.
Yep, 7 was able to get by 8 of Richard Lafferty's looking to make the move as well. Doesn't quite have it cleared yet. That 48 of Nathan Velez and Kevin the Flying Finn is lurking close behind as Richard Lafferty did get around Tanner Sharp there.
That's quite the rebound for the 14. We saw him sideways earlier, kind of marching his way back through the field.
Drew Eisen makes a nice move there in the bottom.
Oh,
the
the 7 goes around. I don't want to say
got
that.
into him. Ooh, my. Fredericks might be done on that one.
Yeah, a little nose damage for the 86, but I'm going to say that the 7 of Jess Story had a little help there.
I'm going to say yes, he did. The number 8 kind of gave him the old chrome bumper there. And then the 80... Ooh, not to check that one. Looks like the 86 got into somebody as well.
Looked like he was locking the brakes a touch, and he got into the back of the 87 of Richard Hines.
I really hate these short track cameras. You can't see anything. Yeah, he tried to lock him up and pop the back of that. Like you said, Richard Hines, and I believe... Yeah, Jeffrey Cree went around, all involved in that. Boy, these wrecks just spiral out of control.
Yeah, that's short track racing for you.
Little early, though, I think, for the 8 to kind of be that aggressive with the 7. He wasn't really holding him up that much. Kind of got a better run off the corner, and they did the old diamond and run back down the hill like you do here at Bristol and spun him around. We know the season Jess Story's had. I'm sure he's fuming in the car. Just, man, can I catch a break here? Yeah,
without a doubt, as Carlos Acosta got the lucky dog, so he will get one of those laps back. He was 4 laps down. Now he's currently going to be 3.
He's slowly picking them off here. He got around Chad Brown and Nick Miller. I'm going to have to go back and check on that 99. Not sure what happened to that machine. We didn't mention either. Chad Brown is up with it behind the wall. He's done for the day after that early wreck.
I'm looking at the 7 here. Jess Story doesn't appear to have very much damage. Maybe it won't affect the car too badly. I know he got hit pretty decently on the right side there in that wreck.
Yeah, he didn't spend a whole lot of time on pit road, Matt. So I think you might be right.
As long as you get hit in the side, it should be all right. But it looks like you may have walked away with barely a scratch there.
And looks like as well our favorite intern, he didn't spend a whole lot of time on pit road as well. So
That's a shocker.
Yeah, right. Didn't slide in and out. So apparently not a lot of damage for that 86 car.
I don't believe he could because I'm showing him as the last car on the lead lap.
Might be hoping for a quickie caution here to get the front end looked at.
Yeah, it might blow up before he can get that caution.
So Corey Bunch said that the 86 got 8 X's, but Andrew would have only got 4 from that. Hashtag make the 86 great again.
Yeah, I mean, we know Corey, how Corey checks up too on some of these wrecks, so I don't know if I'd talk too much there, Mr. Bunch.
And don't look now, Thomas, but we got our man Chuck Sweeting joining us in chat. Chuck, I think the last time you saw this track, you saw it from top to bottom, rolling down the front stretch.
Without a doubt.
That's a wild ride you do not want to take here.
Definitely not recommended.
Well, we can reset you again before we go back to green. We got Peter Short, Matt Hackathorn, Richard Lafferty, Mike Stevens. Yes, the very Mike Stevens that was spun around in the other caution, and Eric Mickey rounding out your top 5 here, boys.
And Eric Mickey's got the fresh tires this time, so he's looking to make some moves as the pace car pulls down.
Pretty decent jump for Peter, man.
Top line stacked up a bit there behind Mike Stevens, but seems to be rolling fine now.
Little top 3 breakaway trying to.
Mickey clears Stevens, he gets loose. Never mind.
Nope, not quite.
He's trying.
Such a hard pass to make, like I said earlier. You need
there
all
he goes.
that track.
He's got him cleared now. If he can make it work, there he
Stevens
goes.
in the wall. Gonna let Velez and Kevin Finn try and get around. Boy, those things look wicked in that low line.
Yeah, it does, but these guys are trying to make it work as Tanner Sharp goes down there and tries to make the move on Mike Stevens.
Well, you know, Trey, if they're all running high, you got to go low. I mean, there's nowhere to go. You can't ride behind them. Unfortunately, or I mean, if you hit them, they're kind of just going to push up in the wall and just kind of get in your way. So.
Yeah, Mike Stevens is just having a hard time. He's just lost 2 more spots, looking to lose a 3rd. He's kind of dropping like a rock.
Yeah, not the restart he was looking for, surely. Falling back into the clutches of, looks like Richard Hines and Corey Lindsay back there.
Nice shout out to that number 12 car, Matt Hackathorn. He was only 8th quick in qualifs. We had a wreck. Caution is out, and Mike Stevens involved with that.
Maybe Nick Miller as well.
Richard Hines got tagged. Ooh, Corey Lindsay did a nice job avoiding it. Hines hit the inside wall, a decent lick.
Now that is I believe that's the second time we've seen that 63 spin in that same set of corners, so definitely getting a little away from him there. Oh, that 87 took a digger there, didn't he?
Jess Story almost involved in this one too. He just came inches away from getting to the front end of that 63 while it was spinning.
Yeah, it looks like he just got it in there too hard on entry and just lost the back end of it and collected some good cars.
Yeah, definitely not what the 87 was looking to see. It looks like the 99 was an incidental self-spin when checking up for that wreck.
But that's exactly what the 86 Thomas Fredericks wanted to see if he gets some Some of that front end pulled out a little bit.
So get out the big hammers. Get out the Andrew hammer. We're going to need it.
That's when you tell Ron Malik to jump over the wall and start jumping on it.
You got to put your helmet on, though. Oh, that's going to move Jeff Story, I believe, back into the top 10 after his little spin there. Might be saying, hey, where's that 8 car at? Got some business to take care of.
You got the front end polished up nicely.
To which I would tell him the 8 car is on pit lane, I believe. Nope. I believe he pitted, though, so he's behind him. So, you're already ahead of him, bud. Just let that cycle out behind you.
Now Peter Short, he's led quite a few laps tonight, but the car I'm really looking at right now, Thomas, is that 12 of Matt Hackathorn. He's had a very poor start to the season in the races that I've broadcasted with you guys, and this might be the one that turns it around for him.
Well, to me, Matt Hagethorn, Trey, he's the guy who will forever go down as someone who got wrecked coming off of pit lane by no fault of his own, got speared by someone on the track at Daytona. That, for me, is going to live down in his career highlight.
That's just something where you look back and say, there was nothing I could have done to avoid that.
So you look back and say, they did not want me to finish this race. He just speared me coming off of pit lane. But yeah, he's looking to turn around. We've seen him have short run speed. Just haven't been able to keep the car underneath him on super long runs here. So maybe he can luck up and get a little short run at the end and keep the car up front.
Looking at the chat here, Chuck Sweeting asks, is there a tire limit or are they just staying out for track position? That is just for track position.
Oh man, don't get me started on the iRacing tire thing. God, I wish we could have that for leagues. Keep you from coming in and pitting every other caution.
Then I would never gain any positions.
That's true, neither would I, but I think it would be fun. I'm sure our buddy Chuck in chat knows track position is king here.
Chuck doesn't need the tires to be on the ground to go fast, so we've seen that.
Well, you do pick up speed in the air, because, that's just how it works.
Paul Ross into the top 10 again. Welcome back there.
Yeah, the old KG veteran just kind of riding around. Hadn't heard a whole lot from him yet, but, that might be a good thing.
All right, pace car's down. Let's get it on.
See if he'll get her. Yep, Short with another great jump there. 12's going to stick with him a little bit, though.
Yeah, good jump by the 12 car.
Here come the bottom feeders.
Eric Mickey is always stuck on the bottom in the last every restart, I think.
Oh,
That's
12 to the
yeah.
bottom. It's going to be a power move. I don't think he's going to get that to stick.
Yeah, he's got 30-something lap tires. I don't think he can make that work.
He better be careful. He does that again, he's going to open the door for Nathan Velez in the 48. And Tanner Sharp.
Yeah, that 48 is just quietly snuck itself up there in the top of the field. Started ninth. Has gained 3 positions. We got a wreck.
Oh, big wreck in the back. Point leader, Kevin Finn around.
Man.
Finn involved.
Points leader.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Somebody else gave him a whack there. The 87 Richard Hines couldn't avoid him. Just slid down the left side of his car.
Looks like Drew Eisman got loose and just hooked him into the wall.
I'm just going to stop talking because every time I do, there's a caution flag comes out.
Man, that was just... that's the worst kind of wreck. You just kind of get clipped out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think he got loose and just clipped him. Nothing intentional. Also looks like... Oh, yeah, Corey Lindsay and Jess Story got a piece of that one.
I believe Jess Story's fine. It looks like the car went through him.
Oh, man, I want that internet.
You can have it.
Just for those, though. I want it normal when I need to actually do things.
Yeah, I think that 14's done, man. He was crab walking down pit road. It's never good.
That's going to be some required damage, at least. And, with the, like Matt mentioned earlier, the 11-lap rule, you're probably not going to get that fixed.
No, I know with, driving, I got 3 screens, Thomas, and, you look out the front of the car and your middle screen, but if on your right screen you see your right rear spoiler, you're not in good shape. And that's definitely how that number 14 car was looking.
That just adds side for us, doesn't it, Trey?
That's what they say.
Yeah, but Matt, the body is supposed to run straight with the car, and the rear end housing is also supposed to run straight with the car.
I mean, Joey Logano would say that's side force.
I can tell you,
Chad?
it's never fun. Been a victim of the right rear hook a couple of times.
Chad Brown comes into the chat. I don't know why anyone would want to drive this track ever.
I second that motion.
Yes, I think we should fill it up with water and turn it into a minnow pond.
I say blow it up. It's in Tennessee. They're used to that kind of thing.
We have the 33 coming down pit road there. That's going to relinquish the lead to the 3 of Tanner Sharp. We missed that one, I believe.
Odd choice for Peter to be pitting there. It's going to pull him out of the loop.
We've talked about when he was in the wall, but the 86 of Thomas Fredericks crawled his way up to 7th, or clawed rather, I should say.
Cloud.
So, like, Jean-Claude his way up to the front?
Yes, exactly.
Trying to think of a Bruce Lee pun. Couldn't think of one, though. Cameron, do your job in the chat. He's not been very punny lately there, Trey. I guess he's taking his admitting duties seriously.
Yeah. At least somebody's taking it seriously around here.
Well, I mean, our intern won't even give us coffee. He's too busy running into people.
That's business as usual for him.
True. At least it's not pit crew this time. So.
Now, the thing I'm going to be watching here is the penalty get handed down, I believe, to the 88 there. He drove through too many pit stalls.
That's a tough one here. Boy, look at this top 5. This is a different top 5 than we've seen all night long, excluding Eric, Mickey, and Tanner. Got Jess Story recycling back into it. Johnny Thomas running P4. Richard Lafferty P5.
You know, Johnny Thomas, you guys watching Twitter, he's got some money riding on this race.
Yeah. I'm part of that contest.
Oh.
Green flag.
Oh, big jump by Tanner Sharp as Johnny Thomas goes with him.
Yeah, Jeff's Story back there spun the tires big time and checked up that whole bottom line.
That's another missed opportunity by that 7 car.
Oh, Peter Short got into the wall.
Just a love tap, it'll be alright.
That's true. That just makes you faster here in Bristol.
Yeah, you hit it right. You are faster, but that's not a secret people want to talk about. Looking to cut into 7 there.
Peter Short looking to the inside. He's going to make that pass.
Boy, he's got this place figured out. He just gets that car rolling and cuts under these guys like they're standing still.
Well, that's a nice jump through there, and he's going to be going underneath of Kyle Hanshaw.
Boy, he almost ran over that 46.
It's hard to slow a freight train down when it's charging to the front.
That number 8 of Richard Lafferty's looking to follow him through as well.
He said, "Hey, don't forget about me."
Ooh, Lafferty is in
through. What's that, Paul Ross? Boy, he stuck it through 3 and 4.
Ooh, Drew Eisen making his way back up through there after his incident earlier. Ooh.
18 now, a little sideways there. Yeah, 77 actually came out of that last wreck pretty clean compared to what his competition faced.
Matt Hackathorn battling the 7 of Jess Story going into turn 1 and 2, sorry. Oh, and he gets loose. He's into the inside wall.
Oh, Matt, come on. No caution.
Gonna be hard to get turned around. Oh, he's gonna tow out.
Wow, come on, Cameron Rich, where were you?
Yeah, it's a tough situation, as you know, Trey. You get wrecked here, you can't really get spun around in time.
Yeah, well, especially since iRacing doesn't focus on crashes very well.
Just a wee bit, you know.
Eric Mickey into the wall. That slowed him down considerably. Johnny Thomas and Peter Short looking to make the most of that underneath of him.
Yeah, Eric didn't do the wall trick right there. He did it the wrong way. There's a right and a wrong way, Matt, and he did it the wrong way.
Oh, that number 8, number 7 come together on the front stretch. The 8 goes around going into turn 1. Caution is out.
Huh, now, did we see those two get together earlier, Trey?
Doesn't...
Yeah, that was crazy. Looks like the number 7 got a little loose off and came down into the 8 and just hooked him in front of the field. And you're right, Chuck. As good as we are, this place is crazy, man.
I believe I mentioned it's like being on acid, Matt.
Yeah, it makes you about as crazy as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs, that's for sure.
It's like most of our lead pack is coming down pit road.
Yeah, I wouldn't say there was anything intentional, Trey. Again, with the 8 and 7, it's just kind of one of those, he ran out of room coming off the corner and kind of had to use them up. Unfortunately, it's the same guy you've used up before, so.
Yeah, I agree, Thomas. Kind of a product of this type of racing.
Something tells me that list on the 7 card, and he's circling that 8 now, saying, you know what, one time okay, twice, testing my patience there, bud. Meanwhile, the 8 gonna have to, I believe, take the wave around here just to stay on it and get back in contention here.
Yeah, and I don't think the 8 took too much damage there in the front. It will make him probably heat up a bit, but it shouldn't affect the handling too badly, I don't believe.
Looks like Richard Hines is going to try and take a wave around 2, get one of his 2 laps back here.
And just an update here, the 14 of Kevin Finn is done for the night. He's over the 11 lap count, and Matt Hackathon, I believe, is also done for the night after he towed out of his situation.
Yeah, we got Kevin already in the chat. 14 is destroyed. I would assume your uppy-downy bits are no longer going up and down.
I don't think it was the uppy downy bits. I think it's the side to side bits that had him going.
Well, I mean, there's some control arms that go up and down. They're now going side to side and up and down.
Oh gosh, we still have 17 cars on the lead lap. That's pretty good for the amount of wrecks,
carnage,
almost wrecks we've seen.
Yeah, we're still early though, Matt. Not quite halfway yet.
So that
maybe a midnight special.
Yeah. So it will cycle Peter Short back to the lead. Tanner Sharp's going to end up finishing second. Great pit stop by Johnny Thomas. He benefited. He stayed out and kind of got the caution he was looking for this time around and gained a lot of track position.
He benefited, but now it might cost him because it looks like he's going to have to restart on the inside. Now, if he can keep up with Peter Short, he can get a massive restart here because we've seen Peter jump the field pretty good as Johnny Thomas has disappeared there. Ruh-roh.
Oh, there he is.
He came back there. Massive internet drop. Quality there around the 65 range. That's not what you want to see.
No, that's my $20, man.
Yeah. I assume you retweeted that as well, then, Trey?
Yes.
He has to win, correct? And then it's a random draw?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Have to go find me this on the
tweeter
tweeter.
For anybody, but good luck, Johnny Thomas.
It's too bad I don't have admin privileges as pace car ducks in.
Peter going to start with a high line this time. Big jump.
Good jump. Good jump by that 3 and 18 as well, as they're going to battle going into 1 and 2. The
good
3
work
makes
the 3
short work of the 18.
Now we keep saying, Matt mentioned earlier, Paul Rawls, he keeps sneaking up there, now he's up to P3. Veteran of the league here, kind of biding his time. Maybe he said, you know what, they're starting to pay out a point for halfway, I might get up here and try and get me one. Doesn't have a win in this series. He did win the Cup race at Atlanta, I believe. So looking to get that B win in the season.
And that would seal his deal into the playoffs.
3 a little close to the wall there.
As Bombshell Motorsport teammates of Eric Mickey and Thomas Fredericks found themselves in 6th and 7th. So good rebound for our intern after being involved in that earlier incident. Johnny Thomas just blinked out again.
Oh.
Yeah, still fighting those internet issues.
Don't look now, but the 8 of Richard Lafferty is coming.
Now where's the 7?
3 cars in front of him.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Take a few laps, but I believe he'll get there.
I don't know, that 7's had speed. He just been knocked around a lot tonight. Looks like they're a battle between, is it Kyle Henshaw, Mike Stevens?
Something happened to Peter Short there. He got real loose off of, I believe it was turn 4, or turn 2 rather, and he almost ate the inside wall.
Oh,
Dandy save there.
Paul Ross, though, to the
Paul
bottom.
Ross dives it down, kind of loses it there.
Gonna cost him a few spots if he's not careful.
Maybe.
That's what we talk about, though, Trey. You see someone get in trouble up front. You know, that kind of stacks up that highline. If you can make a move on the bottom and pick up a couple spots, you look like a hero. If you don't, well, I hope you can get back in line and try it again.
Well, fortunately for him, he was able to get back in line and try, kind of like what you said, Thomas. He's going to try to regroup and make it work again. He's definitely quick on entry. He gains a lot of spot on Tanner there on entry, but you know, he's a little bit too low in the groove. He's losing it off the corner.
Yeah, you gotta make those. It's a little bit faster line, but you gotta make those tires
3
work
wide,
really
little
hard.
trouble there as number 8 spins down pit road.
Boy, his night has gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, it's number 7. Number 7 got in trouble again. It's going to lose another spot.
I got in contact with, I believe, David Wilson there, didn't he, in the 39?
Yeah.
Now I've seen everything at Bristol.
Oh,
Nope.
I see. The 39
Johnny
got
Thomas
loose.
going around.
Oh no.
Great save by him.
Ooh, got a little help there. Well, he's
Yeah,
already
he got-
around.
Yeah, he got a little help, but it was a great save. Didn't hit nothing, so no blood, no foul.
Misspoke there, Trey. The 7 didn't really have a choice with the 39. 39 got loose and kind of speared him up into the wall. So not good night for either one of those drivers. And like you said, Johnny Thomas with a pretty good save right there.
It's like the front of the field's going to come in. Eric Mickey stays out.
Well, Trey, we're 5 laps from halfway. Guess what he's won?
That bonus point. Rusty Webb stayed out as well.
You know, maximum points here. He was only 6 points away from Kevin Finn, and we know the 14's done for the night, so gonna pick up
yeah.
some big points.
Yeah, that's a good point. You got to pay attention to your competition, and we know Eric's a competitor, even though he works for the post office and they're in the red. But anyway, so he's got to get what he's got to get. So, yeah, get out there and get that point. You lose some track position. Who cares?
Well, I'm sure Eric cares, Trey.
Yeah, and it looks like Rusty Webb did end up pitting, so it's going to be Eric Mickey, the only one out there with old tires. Everybody
Ruh-roh.
behind him has 4 freshies. This could get a little interesting.
I'm sure he's hoping, man, just a couple more laps here, go back to green, and get the halfway point. Then, you know, I'll let Peter go.
I'm guessing that Eric Mickey is going to go as soon as the pace car gets on pit road.
I think he's probably going to have a spotter saying, all right, all the wheels are off the track, now go. Gotta be careful here, though. You start in the corner, you can get a little bit of wheel spin. B car is not as bad as a Cup car, but you'll still see a fair amount of wheel spin. Looks like we do have Matt Hackathorn in the chat there, fellas. That got a 2x off of the air off the car. So it's the second time this year he's been wrecked by thin air. So definitely some net code, I'm assuming, is what he's talking about there.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Good old iRacing net code. But hey, it's a miracle we can even do this anyway. So
It's like Eric Mickey is going to choose that outside line.
surprised we haven't seen that more often, to be honest.
Yeah, just going to have to lead one more lap to get that halfway bonus.
Just the most important lap, well, second most important lap all night. Pace car's gonna dive off the track here. Gonna hand it to Eric Mickey as he jumps early like you'd say he would, Trey. Big jump for Peter Short. Can't come up till he gets over there. Still gonna make the, I believe he's gonna clear Paul Ross pretty easy. Yep.
Tanner Sharp battling Paul Ross here. Paul has the preferred line. Let's see what happens.
Whew, Eric better run because it looks like Peter's already gonna try to make that low line work.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, they're side by side. It's gonna be a drag race for this point. Mickey at the line, I believe. Oh, he gets turned!
Oh, and he gets turned.
Oh no.
It's a big one.
Major contact with the field.
Big one at Bristol. 86, 3, 48, 77, and then a whole host of others. Mike Stevens involved again. Jess Story has heavy damage there.
Contact with the 18. Have to double check it. I believe he just got a little help there.
Oh.
Yeah, looks like Paul Ross got a little deep in the corner, maybe. If I could get a better camera angle, boy, I hate these short tracks.
Oh man, that stinks.
A little overzealous. Took out a lot of good cars there. Like I say, Trey, when it happens up front, there's just nowhere for these guys to go.
Now it's going to be interesting to see if Eric can get that fixed and stay within the 11 lap.
Well, I don't know about that one.
He got hit by
can,
everything.
But it's...
But now that helps Kevin Finn, our point leader here in the Nathan Young Designs B-Car Series.
Yeah, talk about a swing of emotions.
Yeah.
Both your competitors who were close to you, Carlos and... Well, Carlos is actually probably still back in the race on the lead lap, but definitely going to take a hit. It's going to help his points. It's going to let the other guys close in, but, you know, he got a pretty good cushion over them.
Well, right now, Kevin Finn is being showed in the 21st position, and if Eric Mickey can stay on the track and at least running, they'll finish no worse than 19th.
Still, one of those situations where, was the staying out to lead the lap, Trey, worth it? Because I think the tires kind of got you a little slower than these guys and allowed them to pounce on you.
You know, I don't think that was tires, man. I think that was, I don't want to say driving beyond your talent, but
a little over-aggressive?
Maybe a little over-aggressiveness. I think it was a great strategy call by Eric. You know, he sees the opportunity. His competition is, you know, the people he's racing for points are out of the race. He's got a chance to get an extra point. So get out there and get it. Just unfortunate that kind of, I don't want to say, yeah, I do. He was disrespected.
He's still on track. He's destroyed, mind you, but he's still on track.
Yeah, he did lose a lap in that that pit exchange there. He stayed in a little longer, try to get it fixed. But you know, maybe just try to drive around, get what you get now. And I don't even know if he got the extra point for leading that lap. I don't think he did.
I'd have to go back and look. I thought he did, but it was close. And Jess Story's on pit lane also. That night's just gone from bad to worse as he's had some pretty extensive front end damage.
Yeah, he's finally got damage. After all those hits, he finally picked up a little bit. His teammate rolls off with him there. Takes the cone out.
With him.
That cone had a family.
Don't know more. Mike Stevens got a lot of damage on that exchange, too.
He's been in a lot of wrecks.
Yeah, that was where he got the most, I believe.
Well, we lost one on that exchange. We're down to 16 cars on the lead lap. Still showing Rusty Webb on the lead lap. It's amazing. I thought he was still sitting on pit lane there. Well, I guess we're going to line these up again, boys, and try it one more time. Peter Short with a good jump again.
And he's off. All right, P2 now.
Nathan Velez, Tanner Sharp side by side off at 2. Big run by the 48 there.
Thomas Frederick's got a little bit involved in that wreck, but he's sitting P6 right now, battling Johnny Thomas for that position.
Now, Trey mentioned earlier that 18 gets such a good run by running that low line, but he loses all of it off the corner.
What can you do to stop this 33 of Peter Short? He's won 4 straight 3-wide racing league races in all of the 3 series. What can you do to stop his
You can
streak?
just let that 18 keep driving in a little bit deeper each lap, and I think it might stop it. He's selling it into the promised land, I'll give him that.
Well, I got a new term. You know, we say some of these races are slobber knockers, but Chuck Sweeting in the chat said this race is wackadoodle.
It's Bristol. That's about all you can really say.
Now, guys, we can't have very many cars left without damage on the track.
I'll have you know, there's at least one.
The 33.
I think he's got some.
Yeah, I think that 3-car Tanner Sharp's looking pretty clean as well.
Well, we see it week in and week out. If he can miss something out of his own doing, he's a very smart, long run kind of guy. Thinks about what he's going to do at the end of the race, not what he's going to do at the start.
Ooh,
it's
Paul
18
Ross.
sideways.
I was just about to say, Paul Ross is not thinking about the long run, obviously. He's digging in those corners.
You just can't run that low line for
And
that
we got
long.
the
Yellow.
32 around. It's going to bring out the caution.
Jeffrey Cree.
Gets her refired, back away.
Looks like
Definitely
he-
wackadoodle.
Ooh, bounced off the 39 there. No
Good
harm,
job
no
by
foul.
keeping that out of the wall, though.
That's pretty sweet. Oh, that was close there. Little slick, God, what's the word for that? No. I guess it's just a little whip around there to get it back going straight.
That's what we call a power turn here in Canada, Thomas.
Power turn. Canada. Well, I guess we're gonna come in and get some tires, boys.
Richard Lafferty wants a lap back, and Johnny Thomas wants to lead.
Yeah, Johnny Thomas, Richard Hines, Rusty Webb stayed out.
Oh, Johnny Thomas is leading. Looks like it's
Oh,
raining,
I take
boys.
that
You
back.
better call that one.
And the race is over. Eric Mickey's gonna need his lap back. See if he can. If that damage is gonna completely
God.
destroy his race. I'm gonna take a look here at his lap times that he's running after the wreck. About a second off.
I'd say not good.
Next.
Well, we're gonna see what old Johnny Thomas has here. See if we can hold off the charging Peter Short.
Tanner Sharp gonna be lining up on the outside here.
Inside.
Never mind.
I was gonna say it's gonna be interesting. Who can maybe you're gonna have to read Peter Short on one of those restarts and try and jump him into turn 1 there, Trey.
Yeah, you're going to have to do something. It wouldn't surprise me. Hopefully Johnny picks the outside. And if I'm Peter Short, I know Johnny's on old tires, and I just, grip it and stick it.
The one that really wanted to see that caution, guys, was the 18 Paul Ross. He gets to go get some fresh rubbers on that thing because they were a little bit mad at him after that run.
I like the way Chuck Sweetie in the chat threw the at the end of his comment there.
It's just a power turn, eh?
Wondering, Moose doo-doo power turns. Doo-doo? Okay.
In their doo-doo, they do power turns in their doo-doo, Matt?
I can't even say that.
Takes a Canadian.
My brother-in-law is Canadian. We'll have to have a chat about that.
It's about. Oh boy, I already messed it up. Let's just hurry up and go back to green here.
Yeah, right. Stop it with the cautions already.
Should we bring some trivia into this one, Matt?
Yes, I think next caution we're gonna do some trivia.
Oh boy, stream has gone off the rails.
Try to find something that's a little bit harder than what I usually do.
How many turns are at Bristol?
All right, the lights are off on the pace car finally.
I think they're gonna go out at this point. They keep cutting them on and off like that. All right, Johnny Thomas picked the high line, Trey. Let's see what he can do. Green, green, green.
I'm going to say he will not be able to hold off the 33. Peter
Good
Short.
jump for Nathan's there. If he can get the run through the high side here.
Tanner
Not gonna
Sharp
get
had
the
a nice
run,
run
though.
down through the bottom there, too. And Peter Short side by side here, and he's going to take it off of turn 4.
Almost. Now he's going to clear.
It's a nice little battle between Nathan Velez and Tanner Sharp there.
Yeah, I got
For
the 18
third.
getting in it, too.
And don't look now that driver of that number 77 car, Drew Eisman, is making his presence felt as he's lurking.
Yeah, I would say a quiet night. We saw him in that.
Oh, big
yellow.
wreck. Number 63, number 2 of Carlos Acosta involved in that.
Ooh, that
Jeffrey
looks terminal
Acree.
for the 2.
Actually, the
Looks
32 hooked the 63 coming down the straightaway.
Looks terminal for the 63 as well, thankfully.
Well, when the smoke comes out of the back, you're in for a bad night.
I've never seen a car go vertically like that before. It looked like he was taking off for liftoff.
Oh yeah, you're right, man. He just got hooked.
What was the over-under for cautions? 10?
I
think
believe
we're
I
over.
said 10.
What are we at now?
10.
10. Awesome.
All right, we're done. That's it.
Cut stream.
Woo! Race is over.
See ya!
Oh, well, we'll run out of cars eventually in the back, so they keep taking hits like that. That's some rallycross hits.
I would really like to see this run go long because I think this number 3 car has something for Peter Short.
I'm not going to doubt against you. He looks like he's got pretty consistent speed on him.
Well, guys, we're working on 76 laps to go here this time.
Woo!
And the front, Drew Eisman's back in the top 5. I know you mentioned him earlier, Trey. He's back there like Jaws.
Yes, stalking. That number 48, Nathan Velez, we ain't talked about him much. He's back there stalking as well.
Man, he's ran a good race. He's been up in the top 5 almost the entire time.
And he's done a really good job of keeping his car clean.
I was going to say, normally he's got a fast car. He just can't seem to get her to the end.
The Chuck Sweeting asks, has Mickey gotten most of his damage fixed? And the answer to that is no.
I would think it's hard to get damage fixed at a place like this, especially when you're on a lap limit. You can't go 11 laps down. It's almost like you kind of lip around and hope the Mike Stevens of the field bring out the caution.
Well, guys, I forgot about the
Did I
trivia
say that
question.
out loud? Slick
This-
James wants you to go to write his his website. I'm sure it's a work for home. You can earn $3 million bazillion.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sign me
apparently-
up.
Yeah, apparently he's related to a Nigerian prince.
Ooh. I don't know if that can be any better offer than you were ever getting anywhere else there, Trey.
Definitely not. As we're double file, ready to go. Somebody stop me.
You're on a roll. Just keep going.
See if we can go a little bit longer this time.
Yep, pace car's in.
Green,
Nice
green, green.
Jump, Peter Short. Tanner.
On to Les. See if we can get a better run through one or two
Oh,
sharp dives. if we
Sharp
wanted
cut
to,
that. Some nice, man.
Oh, come on, man.
He's
gonna have to
digging.
make it stick. He's gonna need to push him up higher than the track, though.
Yeah.
Not into the wall, though.
No, but there's a fine line. You want to make him kind of get out of his comfort zone there.
Man, he came through turn 1 and 2 like he was shot out of a cannon.
Well, he's got to get probably a few more times to practice that, I do believe, for the end of this race. So we got the 46, 39, 83 all together. Little bobble from the 46 there. Oh, bobble again there. Oh, pop off the wall.
Looks like Mike Stevens took his car behind the wall. He's done for the night.
Well, there goes your theory.
Yeah, Carlos Costa is taking his car behind the wall. Too much damage.
He almost took off in outer space there after that wreck.
I know, and he came off such a great race at Road America. It's got to kind of piss him off tonight at Bristol.
Especially when he saw what damage the 14 had and the 6, knowing he could have made up points.
'86 is going to be around here if he can't save it. Around, and the 32s are. Oh, the 7 spears him.
Oh, and the tires and the 99s as well, and the 88 laid into it.
Oh, let's not use our brakes. The 86 car's hair was never messed up.
Never moved an inch, but yeah,
never
drove in there too hot. It looks like 32 got sideways trying to miss him. Got speared by the 7. And the 88, I don't know. No spotter.
His spotter
I'm
must have
assuming.
fell asleep. Good work, Earl.
Whoa.
Yeah, 86 tried to make that pass, looks like. Got in the low line, overdrove it. Really not a whole lot of room for the 7 to go there, but just sure the 99 was thinking, oh, I just got a little tap, and then blammo. Well, that one will take out a few more, boys. Running out of cars.
Okay, here's a trivia question you can get by looking at the stream.
Uh-oh.
How many cars do we currently have on the lead lap?
Oh, Windows should take the ticker down so they can't tell.
Right?
That would just be mean, though. Wait, did you say on the lead lap or just in the race?
On the lead lap.
Oh. Kevin Finn saying, yeah, 88 ARCA brakes. Yeah, that was definitely an ARCA brake situation. Seven cards saying he's done for the day. Yeah, that was some hits there.
Man, that kind of sucks, man. It's a pretty promising race for that 7 car.
Started used like a pinata though tonight.
Yeah. Hey, Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, 48 fell through with connection problems there, boys.
That shakes things up a bit.
Not sure what he's gonna lose. That came right back in. Might only lose a lap or 2.
I'm showing it 2 laps down.
Ooh.
But on that exchange of pit stops, I'm showing Tenor Sharp.
Oh.
Made short work of that 33's pit crew. Made it out P1.
He's bullet number 3 for RK Motorsports, so he's gonna see if he can bring home the. Well, he's the only one left, so he's gonna have to bring home the banner for the team tonight.
I told you, man. Don't sleep on that 3 car.
That truck does bring up a good point. It's hard to see in the corners here sometimes with the A post, but it just, to me, it looked 88 just had no intentions of slowing down.
Chuck Sweeting comes into the chat and says that Mickey might get a top 10. It's looking good.
RK Motorsports letting us in, though.
Not might. Chuck is predicting a top 10 for Eric Mickey.
Well, he does have the golden horseshoe.
Ooh.
All right, let's see. You called it, Trey. The 3, he's been lurking. See if he can get out front and stay in front of him this time. And we know the 18 is he's a aggressive bottom feeder here, so let's see if he can get by him too. Green.
Nice jump, and Paul Ross trying to keep coming, but doesn't want to be. can yet.
You see through 1 and 2 though, who's gonna make it super aggressive on the bottom. Not gonna work for him though.
33 got into the wall a little bit there.
Didn't seem to slow him down any though.
No.
Now this is gonna be the hardest pass I think he's made all night with that 3 car. That 3 is sporty.
He's got
he's
another
gonna have to
car
work
stuck
for
in the
that
wall.
I think that was the 46 back there. 39 as well.
Tanner's making sure that he can't come up too far, which is gonna help him stay in the lead.
Sorry, not to be a fanboy, but let's go number 3.
For Dale?
Yeah.
Well, he's doing so good. So good, wow. He's doing good so far.
Hurt so good.
Hurt so good. We can tell you the 48 is back out on the track. Lost, I believe... Why can I never find his name? Yeah, he lost a good chunk there. 5 laps, it looks like. So, went from a top 5 to 5 laps down. Ooh, boy, 33 got stacked up there, and the 18 almost got into him. Trying to get around the 3 here.
Oh, that's gonna
use him up. Oof. Man,
I tell you what, that
control.
3 ain't giving no slack.
8 tires are better than 4.
Not tonight, they're not. We've seen it does not work. Oh boy, big
Paul
push
Ross
by
gets
18.
Can't bump draft here, boys.
I know, and you know Paul Ross will wreck you.
Well, we've seen it twice already this season, right?
Right?
Look at Drew Eisman back there. He's just lurking as well.
So we're closing in on 50 laps to go. We got a lot of cars out of the race, but don't go nowhere because we're just hotting up.
Yeah, the action's just not even started yet. Peter's still looking to try and get around this 3 car.
Yeah, I think Tanner's holding up Peter short just a little bit. But Tanner's doing a good job of making his car wide as the 33 gets loose coming off the turn there.
You can see those tires on that 33 getting a little upset.
Yeah, he's under fire by that 18 car.
You see the 18 on the outside now. That's going to... Oh, no, he's going to try and slide up. Oh, 18
get
in the
into
wall.
the wall. Stack him up. He's going to let that 77 of Drew Eisman get by for 3rd.
Mr. Where did he come from? Got Johnny Thomas lurking back there, Trey. I mean, everyone's still in the game here.
For sure.
Got, 50 to go next time by. It's still, a lot of tracks 50s, a lot of laps here. You're going to click them off in a heartbeat if we can stay green.
Oh,
33
Peter
drove it down
oh, man, he drove it down.
Gonna try and make that slide job work. Not quite gonna do it yet, though. Tell you what, it's just letting that 77 reel him in, though.
There we go, just to recover from a 3,500 ping, and we're back.
Looks like that shade down in 3 and 4 lets you really drive it in deep into the corner.
Yeah.
But 1 and 2, you kind of gotta play with it just a little bit. You're right, though. I do believe that 3 maybe holding him up a little bit and letting his field kind of reel him back in. Which, if you're the 3, you love seeing those guys wearing the 33.
Well, 77 might have a run up high here.
And nowhere to go with it, though. Ooh,
Oh,
sideways.
Oh,
Still sideways.
Still solid.
oh, in the wall.
Johnny Thomas moved him up to that position. P4 now, I believe.
The 48 getting out of the way, it's a smart move.
Yeah, very classy. 77 looking to go back around. Johnny Thomas can't make it stick.
I'd say those tires are a little hot. Still side by side for the lead, boys.
I tell you what.
3. Not gonna get enough room. Nope.
Oh, it's loose off the corner. This is gonna be insane here soon.
Gonna drive it through 3
Oh,
and 4,
he's
though.
gonna clear him.
Oh,
can he
not
clear
enough.
him?
No.
Not enough.
Might get him through 1. He's gonna need to keep it there through 3 and 4 next time.
Oh, the 3 goes
3's
around.
Oh, gonna collect the 18.
Oh, the 18 got hit.
Hard hit the 18. No caution. Still green.
There it is. Yellow is out.
Wow. Tough break for the 18. Nowhere to go on that one. 3 just drove in there deep to try and keep it on the outside of Peter, it looks like, and just lost it.
Oh, man.
Looks like kind of, I guess, fortunate for the 3. Didn't really hit much. The 18 kind of took the brunt of that one.
I tell you what, man, that was some good racing right there.
Yeah, that was side by side. I mean, hard racing. But like we've seen many times tonight, we're gonna pit them up here and re-rack them.
We have a new leader. 87, Richard Hines. Is he pitting? Yes. Never mind. One of those back pitters, I guess.
Just Story said, I understand it's Bristol, but... Oh, slow stop there. 86, 83, 77. Not sure if they're going to give the 77 that spot.
So I'm showing Johnny Thomas beat him off pit road.
That's what we're seeing there.
Did you take 2 tires?
No?
No, it's a slow stop, I think, for the 33. Got the old iRacing random pit stop there.
I'm showing a 13.3 second pit stop for Johnny Thomas. Fastest in the field. Apparently, they retweeted his tweet as well.
Well.
So we got less than 40 to go.
Now, Chuck, that's not... No, he said good win 33. This is not how this goes, Chuck. Anyone can still win this race, because anyone can still make an aggressive move to make sure that 33 doesn't win the race. And there's $20 on the line, bro. Not sure why the field stopped at a 4 there a little bit.
I believe there was a gopher running across the track, Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
I
Well,
think
it was
his
a rabbit
name is,
last time.
what, Timmy?
That's a beaver.
Oh, beaver. Beaver, gopher, what's the difference?
Quite a lot, but we're not going to get into that tonight.
Well, guys,
A
I'll
whole
run
genetic
you
makeup, I guess.
run you through the top 5 now. New leader here, the 83 Johnny Thomas starting P1, 33 Peter Short in the second position, 77 Drew Eisman P3, the 8 Richard Lafferty P4. He won the Martinsville race. Can he go back-to-back short track wins? And the 86 of Thomas Fredericks P5.
I'm sorry, did you say the 8 car? Boy, that car has been abused too. He was on pit lane, wrecked. Like, literally wrecked into pit lane one time. Guess that's why you never give up. Who did we see? Kevin Finn do that at Martinsville? Made up 3 laps to finish in the top 3?
Sure did.
And the lights are out on the pace car.
And in case Chuck wanted to know, Eric is P11, so, or P12 now, cycle back through. I believe, yeah, Nathan Blez is done for the day, 12 laps down, so he's passed the rule. That's another one off the list. We're down to 12 cars in the race.
Eric Mickey cannot finish worse than 12th.
Pace cars off, boys. Let's do it again. Green and green. Johnny Thomas, big jump. Got a good
Richard Lafferty.
Yeah.
They're teammates there.
Yeah, right. Maybe we're counting them down, but Peter Short doesn't care about that.
No, he didn't clear him though. He's gonna try and see if he can clear both of them in one move, maybe. Got Drew Eisman trying to make the move on the bottom, get a little loose there.
Corey Lindsay looking underneath the 86, Thomas Fredericks.
Well, that's another name you don't hear to the end of these races. He kind of just rides around, bides his time. Got caught up in an earlier wreck, but always there at the end if he's can avoid the wrecks at the beginning.
That would be the number 90 car, Corey Lindsay, 3OG.
Yeah, he's got a little work to do to catch his teammate. Well, I did, I guess.
Well, Peter Short with a big move there. Doesn't stick it on the bottom, trying to get by Johnny Thomas with the lead.
I think he's figured it out, though. He's figured out he can really be aggressive through 3 and 4 with that shade and kind of has to baby it through 1 and 2. He's also figured out he probably doesn't have to pass them all in 1 lap, so kind of let the race settle back in and see if he can get around them. And hope it stays green.
Yeah.
I tell you what, don't look now. That car that showed a lot of speed and made up a lot of positions in that race got caught up in some junk early. that number 8 car, Richard Lafferty, he's knocking on the door.
Well, he is, like Matt said, he is a short track guy. Won at Martinsville, so don't count him out.
Peter Short's put the thrusters on full power here now. He's trying to get by him.
Maybe he's going for the ultra hot Cane's chicken here or something, maybe a little booster power. Can't look too far though, like Trey said. If he goes side by side with Johnny Thomas, that's going to open the door for the 8 car. And probably bring the 77 in if they have to battle too long.
I tell you, Johnny's doing a good job of holding him off.
Yeah, he's running a pretty, I'd say, conventional, conservative Bristol line. Ooh, it's a 33 driving in there deep.
The 8 drove in deep, and the 33 drove in deeper there.
What if he looked in his mirror and said, "No, you're not going to dump me, bud"? Sure, that 33's trying to get a nose on the outside. It's an easier pass to make. He can't get up there though.
Looks like
solid on it.
Yeah.
Still making up time though.
Side by side in the front. Working on lap 26 to go here.
Say working on 26. Where have you been?
Missing in action.
Ooh, almost had him cleared. Not quite though. That's just like I said. It's bringing them back in. Here comes the 877. Drilled them all back in.
Man, I tell you.
They're getting
some
a
good
little
hard racing
braver
here.
there, aren't they?
Makes
got him
the
cleared.
pass.
Looks like it will clear it that time. Good pass by that 33
Oh, the 8's
car.
loose. The 77 touches him a bit, and they're wrecking
hard
back
no.
there.
Oh, man.
Back still
Keep
straight.
it going though. That's gonna pretty much hurt their chances of a top 5 there.
Thomas Fredericks and Corey Lindsay make their way up to P3 and P4.
I told you, that 90 car, he's just kind of been lurking.
I'm just going to tell you now, I will not interview Thomas Fredericks for 3rd place.
Well, I mean, we hear him all the time, and if he would have
Right.
been
I
here
don't want to
tonight,
talk
we would
to
have
him.
heard him anyway. I think we should probably interview our new point leader anyway,
Absolutely.
which at this rate could be Eric Mickey or could be anyone. We're not
Oh,
sure.
the 3 gets into the 90. The 90s are round on the front stretch.
Oh, no.
Okay, we're just gonna stop talking about people. Oh, who's trying to squeeze through there?
It's not too much damage other than the... Ooh, Drew Eisman gets into him at the end of the wreck there.
Yeah, that was definitely some weird one. It's contact, but they're kind of fighting for it. Looks like the 3 came off the wall just a little bit on them. Or maybe the 90. I'm trying to see the camera angle here.
So I'm listening to the driver's chat. Tempers are getting a little heated up there.
Well, there's only like 12 cars left. You can get your damage fixed and still probably get a top 10.
This is wild. So the leader's down pit road for hopefully the final time.
Yeah, I don't think he'd pit again, even if they hit another yellow. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd pit right now.
No, I think I would have sit out.
Get the 90 kind of sitting on the track on the start-finish line.
Waiting for the pace car to pass him, I believe, Thomas.
Ah, that pace car driver. Always drunk, slow.
Bodine got another one. Andrew Mickey comes into the chat. That 86 is looking good. Not as good as if you were into it, Andrew.
It's got about the same damage level, though. I kid. Not really, but I kid. Well, we've seen this story before. We've got Tanner Sharp, Johnny Thomas, Peter Short, Thomas Fredericks, all in the top 5. As the 83 decides to take his random blink under caution again.
Oh.
Cooling the car off.
Yeah. He's just saving tires by not running on the track.
Tanner Sharp, P3.
Yeah, see if he's learned from his mistakes of overdriving 1 and 2 that last time he was in the lead.
Well, if he overdrives 1 and 2 on the first lap here, there's going to be a mess.
There's gonna be a party because it's gonna make Johnny Thomas the leader, and we're gonna get a random winner of $20.
You know what? I tell you what. Shout out to that number 39 car, David Wilson, rookie in the series. Started 21st. He's made his way up to P6. Currently our biggest mover of the race. So great job for him tonight.
You know, he's quiet. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage on the track. We've seen him get hit a couple times, but no real carnage. So definitely a big shout out to him. Well, looking at the side of that 3 car, he's been in it tonight. That left side's beat up pretty good. Andrew Mickey saying, "Yeah, I definitely would have been in the garage by now." Well, your brother tried to get in the garage, but they pulled him back out.
He'd be one of 9 cars in the garage right now as I throw my mouse across the room.
It was back talking anyway.
Fix that real quick.
Oh, we're still at 12. And say there's nobody else that can come back in, are we? Well, I guess depending on what damage Corey Lindsey gets here, that might be 11 left.
He's flat flying to try to catch the field.
Well, unlike last week, you only have to catch him, 20 seconds here probably, so you'll be alright. Alright, pace car makes the left turn again. Gonna have Peter Short get a little cat and mouse there that he got going. Johnny Thomas gonna slide in.
Tanner Sharp gonna drive by
them.
Ooh, not quite.
Tried to. He's getting hung out on the bottom there.
Oh, Johnny Thomas in the wall. He gets turned by 86. That's a big wreck.
Oh, hard wreck for the 3. Gonna get the 77. Wow.
I don't think we have any cars left.
Oh, man.
Boy, that wall is dead stopped, that 83.
The 3...
Boom.
The 3 took a whack to that inside wall.
Just a digger. That's okay. That's just a mess.
Okay, we were talking just a second ago, and this is the first time we didn't jinx somebody. That 39 is sitting in P2.
He got a piece of it, but
Woohoo!
I mean, you're not gonna pit.
He is.
Well, I guess that's why I'm up here. So move Paul Ross to P2.
What? I don't think there's no cars left to wreck.
Richard Lafferty. Richard Hines, we've seen that thing up on its side, I believe, at one point.
Yes.
He's going to make it to pit lane here, so he's going to cycle through. This is just unbelievable.
Well, the bright side is we are almost inside 10 laps to go.
And if you enjoy that, Mac, guess what's coming up tomorrow?
Is it Bristol?
Yeah, Bristol again in the A car. So be sure to stick around and tune in for that tomorrow night. Hopefully, we see more of a car style race than the B car carnage we've been accustomed to on these short tracks.
So tell me, Thomas, can we run? Can we please do 200 more laps tomorrow?
I mean, I would assume. I don't think we're going to run more than 200.
All the fun.
They make this thing called the internet. I could probably look it up.
So Chuck Sweeting is wondering if Mickey can squeak out a top 5.
Oh, I would be wrong. It's 250 tomorrow
250,
night.
yes, 250.
So we might. They're gonna run out of cards if they run like they did tonight.
Hell, we might run out of cars yet.
I mean, we can probably safely assume, unless the 18 bonsais at 33 plays it smart, you can walk away with this. I don't want to jinx anybody, unlike I did last week in Fantasy Picks. Johnny Thomas still in this race, even though pretty much stopping his car off of turn 2 in the wall. Currently P4 or P3. Not
Who
sure
knows?
why he's on the outside. It must have been the iRacing scoring catching him. That still has 2 Johnny Thomas Racing teammates in the top 2. Top 2, wow. See him already losing it in the top 4. Corey Lindsey still managing to limp around here in P6. David Wilson, like you said, Matt, he pitted, so he recycled back out 7th. Eric Mickey, P8. Richard Hines, P9, and recycled there. Moving back around, and Drew Eisenman still rounding out your top 10.
Well, the lights are off.
Surely we can go green from here.
I would hope.
Which we're in the 10 to go, so that's the admin not throwing at region, so...
You're gonna wreck on the apron.
iRacing officials can look the other way. Just Story wants to know what the hell is wrong with these people.
Something in the water here in Tennessee. His pace car's up.
Short's gonna jump away again.
Lafferty gets a good run there in the bottom. Paul Ross is dead in the water.
Got it going finally.
Dave Wilson, fresh tires, looking to make some moves, try to get back in the top 5 maybe. As Peter Short's driving away.
Corey Lindsey cracks the top 5 with those fresh tires, looking to make the move underneath Lafferty in the 8 car.
A little close quarters there into 3. Gonna make it stick. Ooh, still bouncing off each other. Kind of nowhere from to go. He's stuck behind Johnny Thomas there.
Ooh, the 8 car gets in the wall. Nowhere for Lindsey at that 90 car.
He thought about sticking up the middle. I think he thought better of that.
Ooh, Kyle Hanshaw, another rookie, trying to make his way in the top 5.
He's just glad to still be here after last week. At the 39 behind him, that's your rookie battle, other than your dominator up front.
Yeah, he's off and for 5 in a row here in 3 wide.
Somebody better add some ballast to that car next week. Boy, that is, you said it earlier, Matt, that is a hornet's nest back there around the 77, 46.
77 into the 46. 46 is going to spin,
sideways.
and he gets slammed back up into the 39.
Still going, though.
Good Lord.
Oh, speared again by the 77.
Bumper cars out here.
No caution.
Bumper cars.
Once again, someone else we talk about, the 46 just got destroyed after we mentioned how good he was doing. Gonna get lapped there. Meanwhile, white flag, boys. White flag. Whew. Peter Short looking to dominate this one again.
Oh, boy. 77's trying to get around the 46.
You can watch
and
that.
He puts him in the wall.
Unbelievable.
And there's a wreck behind it.
Yeah, it looks like Corey wrecked it coming to the finish line.
Still got P4.
Winner, chicken dinner. That number 33 car.
That's a lot of chicken dinners they're packing up here.
All right.
So once again, Eisentech domination can't be stopped here at Bristol.
Yeah, the tempers did flare there at the end.
The end? I don't know what you're watching from about halfway through.
I don't even know what to say here, guys.
I could say good win, Peter Short. The rest of it was a mess.
9 cars on the lead lap. Eric Mickey in the 6th, last car to finish.
Not sure what our over-under was on the yellows there. Pretty sure they blew my 10 away.
Yeah, it was 10.
Well, that's not terrible. We end up with 14 for 66 laps. That's an improvement on Martinsville, so we'll take that as a positive, boys.
Yep.
Hashtag baby steps. Well, to be honest, the 33 looks like it really didn't run a Bristol race. Kind of just a few scuffs, but other than that, pretty good looking. Not what we normally see out of a 33 in some other races we've seen. All right, well, Trey, you want to run down pit lane and see who you can grab?
Don't run like Michael Waltrip, though. You'll end up face planting.
Oh, God.
We'll get you some roller skates so you can be like Morgan Shepherd.
Oh, boy. Well, Thomas, that was wild.
Exciting. Speaking of exciting, a guy who had an up and down night, winner from Martinsville, going to wind up with a P3 here tonight, Richard Lafferty.
What's going on, guys?
Not much, man. Kind of up and down tonight. Looked like you had a very fast machine, but got caught up in some stuff. Tell us about your race tonight, man.
Yeah, some guys got together and I thought they were going to wreck, and I got on the brakes hard, and it just spun me down pit road. So I just stopped in my stall, got a couple tires, got a couple laps down, then the caution came out, and I had to work right around in the back, get a couple lucky dogs.
Well, like Trey said, up and down night. You, I don't even know where to begin. We saw, I think, drama everywhere. We know you and the 7 had a couple incidents tonight. Do you guys have any words about that, or plan to have any words about that?
He got aggravated the first time, but he got loose, and I got in the back of him like everybody else is getting loose. I was just all over the back of him. I couldn't miss him. Then he got me back, not on purpose. I don't think he just got loose and turned me. But that's Bristol. You're gonna bang the car up a little bit. Look like a bunch of open wheel modifieds by the end of the race.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that is a very good way to put it.
Yeah, I'm sorry you guys had to sit through another caution fest. It's tough, man. The setup's pretty loose for this B car out here.
Yeah, we noticed if you you kind of have to charge the corner pretty deep at Bristol to get that slide job going, but if you went too far, it just kind of like it slid out from underneath you on a corner entry there.
Yeah, and if you tried to run too low of a line, it's so hard to pass. If you got too low in the corner, it would get loose on entry and then on exit. And so, like Bristol is nowadays, hard to pass. No VHT on iRacing.
We can hope one day. Well, Richard, regardless of that, walked away with a P3, gained some valuable points. Not that you need them since you've won at Martinsville earlier, but you're showing us at least you've got some short track knowledge under your belt there. Kind of can bring the car home in one piece at the end.
Kind of one piece. There's probably some pieces on pit road, but mostly one piece.
You didn't need all those anyway. They're just weighing you down.
Yeah, it's not really all about weight reduction at Bristol. If you can anything you leave on the track just helps in the long run.
Well, before we let you go, anybody you want to thank, plug, or yell at?
Of course, you guys at OCR TV, you guys are doing a great job. Thanks for. Hopefully, we can give you all some better racing when we get on the bigger tracks, and I know we will. There are some talented guys on here. JTR, thanks to Johnny, our unofficial teammate Kyle Hanshaw, Corey for running the league, and you guys for broadcasting us. We appreciate it.
Well, that's your third place finisher, Mr. Richard Lafferty there. See if Trey can find our second place man here, Mr. Paul Ross.
How's it going?
I found him. Found him
rather quickly.
Yeah, started 15th. He finished second. Might have some drivers mad at him tonight. Not afraid to use that front bumper if you had to. The number 18 car, Paul Ross. Tell us about your race, bud.
First off, want to start off by apologizing to Eric for that incident on lap, I think it was 101-ish. I just went back and watched the replay. There was about a 1.5 foot bubble around my car according to my replay, but either way, all I can do is apologize, so sorry, Eric. Other than that, messed up my first qualifying lap, so I started back quite a bit further than I'd hoped to. Pit on that first caution, sped on pit road and fell all the way back to almost dead last. And then after that point, it was kind of just try not to wreck.
Well, now that you mentioned that, how nerve-wracking was it trying to get through the field and you see the carnage unfolding in front of you lap after lap?
It wasn't too bad. It probably would have been worse if there's something up with my graphics to where the smoke's not displaying. So it probably would have been a lot more nerve-wracking if I would have known there was wrecks happening in front of me. But since there wasn't smoke, I didn't really see until I could see cars, sliding back and forth across the track, or until the caution flag came out.
Yeah, that's actually probably pretty helpful here, because I know that smoke's a pretty big hindrance.
Yeah, that was, I want to say, right around the last caution, I think we were on the back stretch, and all of a sudden the 39 checked up, and when that happened, I saw, I think, Johnny Thomas and Tanner Sharp going opposite directions across the track. And as soon as I saw him check up, I hit the brakes, and then I hit him, and I don't know if it helped it or made it worse for him, but it seemed like he just went up high and went around all the cars that were wrecking.
Here's a question I have to ask. How are you guys going to stop the 33 of Peter Short? He's on a roll here. He's got all the road courses, and now we got Bristol.
I don't know. I was just talking to Corey about the same thing, and I have no idea whatsoever.
Might have to maybe ruffle some feathers, no pun intended, with that chicken car there.
Oh,
I've been trying not to get into anybody after the mishap me and Kevin and I had at was it Atlanta? But tonight was perfect example of short track racing.
Well, Paul, you walked away with a P2. Before I let you go, anybody you want to thank, plug, or yell at?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting, Corey Lindsay for everything he does for the 3 Wide Racing League, Nathan Young for sponsoring the series, my sponsors, Mountain Fit Hoods, Skidoo, Arctic FX Graphics. Other than that, not really.
Alrighty, well, solid run for you there, Paul. Gonna gain some valuable points tonight and move on to, I believe you said Iowa, Trey, next race?
yes, sir.
Hopefully, that's usually a pretty good track for us, so.
Make sure you bring your mouth guard. It's a little bumpy from what I hear.
Yeah, getting into turn 1's a doozy.
Alrighty, Mr. Landry, see if you can get that guy who's got an honorary chair, I guess, made for him already. The winter chicken dinner chair.
I just put him in the Bombshell Motorsports chat. I'm devious.
Oh boy.
Who won this race again?
Some Peter Short.
Or as I like to call him, Hot Butter, because he's on a roll. Peter Short. How many is that in a row in 3 Wide Racing? 5. I mean, do you get bored, Peter?
You don't. You never get bored. Tonight at Bristol, especially, you never get bored because you're always turning left. Tonight was a race of attrition, and really track position was key. And trying to balance your strategy, kind of thinking towards that next pit stop, what you're going to do. I think a couple of us tried to play it backwards a little bit tonight. Some people, tried to pit a pit stop earlier than others to get track position, because I think, as you all saw, track position being up front was just crucial tonight in the end for me, not getting involved in a couple of those huge wrecks.
I was gonna mention that you saw some battles. You had to battle Eric Mickey, Tanner Sharp. They kind of played the alternate strategy to what you did, which you figured they'd play that game. They saw how dominant you were, so gotta say, when you battled the 3, I think we saw them go around in 1 and 2, or I believe it was 1 and 2. How nerve-wracking was that to try and miss that wreck?
Luckily the brakes worked tonight. I know as soon as I see a car get loose, I try and check up as much as I can, especially after Daytona. It was a lot of fun. The car was kind of pushed loose, especially on 2 tires. I played the strategy there at the end with 2 tires. So I think seeing a couple people in front of me get loose, I had to back off a couple times. But that's racing at Bristol. We had some great side-by-side battles with both Mickey and Tanner Sharp. It was a lot of fun racing down there, trying to get that low line to work. It doesn't always work at Bristol, and tonight it did. It really depends on the setup. And tonight, the car was just neutral enough where you could get that low line working and get on the throttle. Because, with the variable bank track, and being pinched so close to the bottom, you have a lot of wheel in it, and the car was already a little bit push loose. So being down on the bottom, just getting it loose made it a more exciting race to watch, I'm sure.
Oh, it made for some exciting moments, that's for sure. I think we had a little bit of everything, from cars on their side to cars, as Matt said, vertically wrecking in the air, I guess.
Yeah, that's just the nature of Bristol. Luckily we've been able to keep the number 33 Canes Ford Mustang clean tonight, and hopefully we can do the same tomorrow night with the 33 Southwest Ford.
Without a doubt. Well, before we let you go, Peter, once again, anybody you need to poke? Well, I'm already losing even the interviews. Thank or yell at tonight?
Tanner for racing clean. Same thing with Johnny Thomas. I think everyone that I was around raced clean and hard, and it was a lot of fun to race that way. When you get side by side for 10, 15 laps, it can get frustrating at times because you're just saying, well, can I get by someone? But when you race as clean as people race tonight, it goes a long way. Looking forward, getting to know a lot of these guys, and some new to the league. It was good racing around me tonight.
Without a doubt, yeah, you definitely got the cherry battles up front there. You didn't see some of the carnage that unfolded back of the pack, but like you said, that's normal short track stuff, and I'm sure once we get it, I believe, like Paul said, we get to the bigger tracks, we'll get to see some more of that side by side throughout the whole field.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
All right, boys, that's your winner. It seems like for the past 2 months now, Peter Short.
He's on 5 in a row now, Thomas.
That's just an incredible run. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that much domination of that many different series in a league.
We saw him always. He was always competitive, but something always happened. Now he seems to be able to get his races all together and complete them, put a bow on top of the victory.
Well, I know he said he needed points tonight, and he definitely got max points. Any final words before we wrap up here, Trey, Matt?
Stay tuned for tomorrow night.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be a great one, and I wouldn't be surprised if Peter Short we're talking to him again tomorrow night.
Alrighty, well, like they said, tune in tomorrow night. Bristol, A-Car, gonna have the Eisentech Steamroller coming in again, see if anybody can knock them down. For Wendell James, our lovely producer, Trey Landry, Matt Kingston, I'm Thomas Morris. We'll see you tomorrow night.
See ya!